because this may also involve some form of mail-in ballots, too. I said it 4 years ago. I'm going to say it again today. The most important thing is that people get their vote counted, even if it requires unconventional means, in unconventional circumstances. This is not about who it helps or hurts politically. So, how exactly can they do it? Let's ask Veronica Degraffenreid, former director of election operations for the North Carolina State Board of Elections. She's also the senior manager of strategic partnerships in elections and government at the Brennan Center for Justice. Thanks so much for coming on the program. Appreciate it. All right, so give us a sense of what can they do?
There are many things that can be done. North Carolina certainly they've never had to deal with the magnitude of this, but there have been other hurricanes in the past. And there are things that can be done. For instance, the people who have about 40,000 of them had already requested their absentee ballot, and those ballots were in the mail stream. And North Carolina law allows those voters to have a replacement ballot either mailed to them wherever they may be located now, or they can go in person to get a replacement ballot. There are also options for voters. It's likely that several of the polling places may have been destroyed or they're no longer accessible. And so the State Board of Elections has already said that counties have some flexibility. They can look at alternative voting sites, maybe in the same location, preferably, or they can look at perhaps going to another polling location that may be either within their county or even, if it becomes necessary, finding a place to have a precinct for a county set up in another North Carolina county. It would have the ballots for those voters and precinct officials. So again, there are a lot of options that are already existing, and the state board has already taken advantage of those opportunities.
And so, I mean, could they effectively have to set up tents potentially to serve as voting areas?
Absolutely. I mean, all of this, of course, would be coordinated with emergency management and law enforcement, if necessary. So, there will be an emphasis still on safe and secure voting. So absolutely. Other states, including Florida, did that in 2018. So setting up a tent, perhaps using some type of military or emergency management vehicle. But I know that the state officials and the local county officials will do everything they can to ensure that all voters in North Carolina, especially those affected by the storm, will have an opportunity to exercise their fundamental right. And that is absolutely paramount in all of their thoughts.
I'm hoping that the folks in this area, it's a primarily right-leaning area, are going to support this, right? They're going to say the most important thing here is to get access to be able to vote, and not focus on conspiracies and other things, and just say, we got to figure out a way to vote.
We hope so. I mean, I think the focus, I know the focus of election officials. I've worked with elections for years. I know the people in North Carolina, they're so committed to providing secure, safe, and accurate access to elections. And they're not going to be focused on, what the composition,
right,
partisan composition of these voters. They will absolutely be focused on just ensuring that they can still provide lots of options for these voters who have just been, having their lives and their communities disrupted by the storm.
Veronica Degraffenreid, thanks so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.